This video is a presentation about performing the timer role at an Agora Speakers Club meeting. We cover the duties that the timer is required to perform. The timer measures and records the timing of all participants during the meeting. The timer provides the participants with 3 visual signals, green, yellow, and red, to inform them of how they are doing with their timing. Near the end of the meeting, the timer provides a timing report. The timer role has a basic difficulty level. It requires 10 to 15 minutes of preparation time. The timer speaks for 3 to 6 minutes during the meeting. This role is evaluated by the meeting evaluator. Timing signals are the only indication of time that is given to speakers. It is very important that speakers don't see the actual time they have used. This helps to train speakers to develop a precise inner sense of time. Timing thresholds are indicated in each project and are best written in the agenda so that you don't need to search for that information. Here is an example of part of a meeting agenda. Notice that it shows the times to display the green, yellow, and red signals. On this agenda, the first item is the general introduction by the meeting leader. The timings are 3, 4, and 5 minutes, which means that you should show the green signal at 3 minutes, the yellow signal at 4 minutes, and the red signal at 5 minutes into the speech. You should start timing as soon as the participant starts speaking or makes a significant gesture that can be considered as part of the speech. This means that you shouldn't time while the speaker is being introduced or when the audience is applauding. For the hot questions section, don't start timing the speaker as soon as the question is asked. Wait for the speaker to start speaking or make a significant gesture that can be considered the beginning of the answer. Once a signal is shown, it should remain visible. For lights, this means that the light stays on until the next signal or until the end of the speech. When using colored sheets of paper, it means that you place the sheet of paper in some place that can be clearly seen by the speaker and leave it there. Each club has a different policy on how to deal with overtime. The basic rule is that there's a grace period of at least 30 seconds is allowed after the red light. What happens afterwards is up to the club. Some clubs may advise the timer to start clapping with the rest of the members joining in, or use a noisemaker such as a small bell to signal to the speaker that the speech is now over time. Usually at the beginning of the meeting, you will be asked by the meeting leader to explain your role. It is important to explain not only how you will be timing by using the signals, but also why timing is important. When signaling the time, do it without distracting the speaker or the audience. Preferably, the signal should be visible mainly to the speaker and not to the rest of the people. Especially avoid waving the signal or making any gestures to draw attention of the speaker. It is each speaker's responsibility to look at the timing signals to know how long they have been speaking. In a meeting, there can be lots of different parts to time. In general, it is recommended to use a template or a meeting agenda in which all the timing information is written down. You can find an example of a meeting agenda or timing template on the Agora site. The meeting leader can ask you to time other portions of the meeting, such as breaks, pauses for feedback, etc. In this case, there are no signals. Just inform the meeting leader that the requested time is now completed. At the end of the meeting, you will be asked by the meeting leader to report on the time. Usually, everyone that spoke is interested in knowing their own timing. Try to report the timing of each person that spoke, including the hot question speakers. About 8% of the world population suffers from some kind of color blindness, meaning that they cannot distinguish between different colors, and about 3% suffers from total blindness or low vision. If your club has members who need to adapt the timing signals for them, there is information on how you can adapt the timing signals to accommodate those participants with such disabilities, which is available on the Agora site. Thank you for your interest in learning more about the role of the timer in Agora Speakers International. You can find more information about the timer role in the Agora Speakers International site, found at the link shown on the screen. Participating in meeting roles, such as the timer, is a great way to improve your communication and leadership skills. Our mission statement is that Agora empowers you to become a brilliant communicator and a confident leader who will actively build a better world. We wish you all the success as you continue your journey with Agora Speakers International.